Hello everybody, in this video we are going to create our payment API so that we can receive payments from customers. So let's go ahead and do that. You want to go to your payment.js under routes folder and then you want to scroll up. We need to import Stripe library because we have installed it previously, and then Stripe, and after that we need verified token to identify the user. It's in middlewares. Token. And last but not least, we need the order schema. So let's go ahead and create our API. So go down, right beneath shipment, you want to type router.post, and then we name it payment, and then request and response arrow function, and then after that you want to do let total price equals to math.round request.body.total price times 100. So I will write the code first, and after this I'm going to explain to you what line by line does. So now type stripe.customers.create email request.decoded.email, and after that you want to do then customer arrow function return stripe.customers.create source customer.id. Source would be talk visa, and after that then again source return stripe.charges.create, and then amount would be total price, currency would be USD, customer would be source.customer, and then finally another then. This is the final then, which would be let order equals to new order, and then let cart equals to request.body.cart, and then cart.map product. We loop all of this, and then we do order.products.push. We push to product ID, product.id, and then quantity. We want to parse that quantity into an integer just in case. Product quantity. And last but not least will be price, which will be product price. And after this loop, order.owner equals to request.decoded.id, order.estimated delivery equals to request.body.estimated delivery, and then we simply save this. And actually we can do a sync here, in here, so that we can do a wait in here, and then we can go to any of the routes. Let's just copy the rest.status 500, go here, and I'm going to paste it to be catch, paste this. So let's go line by line. What is total price? We get it from request.body.totalPrice, which will be sent from the front end later. But why are we multiplying it by 100? It is a standard Stripe procedure. We need to multiply by 100 no matter what. So if the price of a product is 300 and if you forgot to multiply it by 100, you will only receive $3 for a product that is worth 300, which is something that we don't want. So remember, always multiply it by 100. It is just the rule that Stripe has embedded. This will be our first time to use the then keywords. What is going on? Before this, we have been using a async await to avoid callback function so that our code looks readable. But this one looks kind of the same. But chaining promise is much better than callback, because if you go to Stripe documentation on GitHub, they have provided a really clean chaining promise functions that we can just copy and use it. If you go down, this is the callback version, which is a little bit not so readable. So that's why we go for the promise chaining method instead, because it looks more readable. But don't worry, it is very simple. So let's go back to our editor. So in order for me to explain what this chaining method does, we have to go step by step from the very beginning, from this part. So the first method is we create the customer by passing the email of that users. That's it. So once Stripe has created a new customer, we then create a source of that customer. The source is simply the information of the user's debit or credit card. We're gonna get this from the front end anyway. So as you can see, it's like once Stripe has created a customer, then what you want to do. So after we have created the source of the customer, which is we get from the front end, which is the user debit or credit card. But I forgot to tell you that what is Toke Visa? Toke Visa is just token Visa because we are in test mode. So we provided a syntactic token such as Toke Visa, but in production it's going to be something weird combination of random characters. But for testing purposes, we're going to pass in Toke Visa. So after we have created the source, we then want to charge our customer only if the card is valid. So let's say we already passed this part, which is the card is valid already. Then in here, we want to charge the customer. And then we pass in the amount, which is the total amount of price of the whatever product that the user is going to buy. And then the currency that you want, which is in our case is US dollars. And then we pass in the source object from this part to here because we want to charge the customer, hence why we need the source, which is the user's debit or credit card in here. So let's say after we have charged the customer, then in here we want to do any custom logics. So you only go to this part only if the user's card already been charged. So in our case, we want to create a new order object, and then we want to get the cart data from the front end, which is the cart object from the Vuex. And then we want to loop all the products in the cart and push it to order.products.push so we can store all of our products in there. Then we set our owner to the user's ID from the verified token. And then we want to set estimated delivery, which is from the order, to the request.body.estimated delivery. And finally, we do async await, because I don't want to do any callbacks like this in here. So hence why I just pass in async in here. Remember, if you want to apply async await, you cannot do async in here. It will return an error. So you have to do it within a function scope, which in this case is within this scope. And then as usual, if there's an error, we simply want to return with a status 500 with the error message. So since you guys already understand what is happening here, we will call this API in the front end in the next video. So I'll see you guys.